University. I'm currently pursuing my master's degree in human services, and right now I am actually recording a speech for communications and ministry. Today there are significant pressures on the finances of the American family. In the United States, we are currently enduring an economic decline, and the recession has had its fair share of its damages. Today, American families are forced to use their children's college funds to support their ever-decreasing income. Middle-class families that were once comfortable now shudder at the thought of their financial future. The questions like, how can we afford this? Or how can we live like this? Are echoing louder than in recent years past. It is no surprise that families are looking for financial freedom, and now families are scrambling for solutions. How can the American dream be accomplished when the once steady American economy is crumbling every second? Today I'm going to present not only options, but solutions to ensure financial freedom and peace of mind. Here are the steps to financial planning. As you'll see here, I have a PowerPoint presentation, so any information that you would like to write down for later or have any questions about will be presented on the slides, including links to some resources that you can use in your own family planning. The first step on this first slide that I have here is financial planning. And the first step is to budget. Setting up a budget sheet includes placing current monthly expenses, income, and total evaluation of current assets. If the family is set on a consistent income, the first step is to see the total net income. That includes parents, mother, father, and even children that are working if they contribute to the household income. Those should be included as well. This includes wages, salaries, tips, and other forms of income. The budget should consist of current bills and expenses, along with the due date of those bills. That way everything is organized. A list format would be best, but if you have access to Excel, as it says here on the slide, that's probably the best tool because you're able to categorize everything and place it into the table. And that makes it easier for you to go down the line from first bill due to last bill due. All expenses and bills should be listed. This includes monthly mortgage or rent payments, utilities such as electricity, natural gas, water, trash, cable, internet, and any type of phone bill that you may have, whether it's wireless or a landline. Car expenses should also be included on the budget sheet. Monthly expenses such as the car payment, any oil changes that are scheduled, repairs, and of course gasoline. The third category includes groceries or food, and that is including grocery items, school lunches, and also meals out at restaurants. The fourth category includes entertainment, such as shopping, vacations, and miscellaneous. The fifth category would be child expenses such as tuition, books, uniforms, etc. There may be more options, but this generally covers the need of a typical family. All of these can be included if they're relevant to that month. Once all expenses are put into place, then total all of those expenses and subtract it then from the net income. That's what gives you your number for how many bills you have total, and also how much you have coming in. The budgeting process helps define the needs and helps to prioritize what is important versus what is not important. Families using a budget sheet are clear on what they need to do and what they need to spend each month. Many of the tools require a monthly fee that you find online. One helpful website that I have on the slide here is Dave Ramsey's website. Dave Ramsey has several sources that allow the family to budget their expenses and plan for their future. Many of the tools require a monthly fee, however there are some that are free on the website. The tools range from budgeting to delegating income percentages, which means that you look at your income, and Dave Ramsey has a tool that assigns specific percentages to each individual expense, such as utilities or rent or mortgage payments. Having the tools so readily available should prevent any excuse for not budgeting the family's money. Another list of helpful hints comes from Clark Howard, and on his website there are a number of resources to help manage spending. There's also tools to resolve poor credit and prevent further financial damage. Everyone makes mistakes, even in families, but it is important to have the knowledge to rectify failing financial situations. Clark gives some examples in saving money and managing spending. The first tip is to minimize the small spending. Little items can add up to big credit balances, or can leave you high and dry at the end of a month. Meals on the go and coffee can add up fast, and if you're not careful, it will cause you to be at a deficit at the end of the month. Reducing these items or eliminating them altogether can reduce thousands spent per year. I think it was a total on the website that says here about $10,000 per year is spent on meals out, and that number that's the minimum. The number can actually go up above that. Reducing these items or eliminating them altogether can reduce thousands spent each year. If you bring meals from home instead of buying them on the go, that will reduce spending. Also, drinking coffee drinks at home can reduce spending. This money should be better served in a savings account or can go towards other means of living. Another resource that I found is a website called The Crazy Coupon Lady. This isn't necessarily a financial planning tool, but there are resources on there regarding family finances. This tool is basically a hub of resources regarding couponing. It gives you coupons that you can print out. Also, there are tools there for figuring out how to get the most for the least amount of money. Using coupons in combinations with specials that stores are offering can also help reduce spending for the family. Another website that I found that was helpful was one called Mint.com. Mint.com is somewhat of a database. When your family spends money or you spend money, you can go and input that into the database, and that will spit out a number or a percentage, and it will tell you how much of your money is going to one specific area of your life. If you realize that you're spending a lot more eating out at restaurants, the tool will let you know that, so that you can make different decisions in the future. Another helpful tip for family financial planning is something called the 529 plan. That's common for parents with kids who they want them to go to college someday, so they put money aside for the college fund. And there are plenty of resources on the internet, links that I have here on the slides that you can take down very quickly. But those are on one website called cnnmoney.com. Another resource for family financial planning is the church. Churches now are offering a lot of family planning seminars, materials, resources. I know that even guest speakers come on Sundays and are talking about financial planning in the family. Two verses come to mind that I found in 1 Corinthians 16 verse 2 that says, "On the first day of every week, each one of you is to put aside and save, as he may prosper, so that no collection be made when I come." This, of course, was referring to the culture of that time, tax collectors coming through and taking people's money. And this was a helpful teaching tool, this verse, for preparing families to think about later down the road, not to think about what you want now, but to think for the future. Another Bible verse that I found was Deuteronomy 15:10. "Give generously to him, and do so without a grudging heart. Then because of this, the Lord your God will bless you in all your work, and in everything you put your hand to." This is just an important thing to remember, to give not to become greedy, not to hold your money out of the fear of losing it, but to be smart with your money so